See ya. I know it's always awkward when we've got so much we need to talk about. So I just really wanted to invite you out and have some fun. Listen, I totally get it. Your situation, like what you're dealing with right now, is not like you're not in party mode, and I get that 100%. I get that. So let's get to the stage where you can get into party mode. I know you're not in party mode right now. That's okay. That's totally fine. You're feeling like way far away from party mode. So how about we start there? Like you can just tell me like what's going on for you. Like why is this weighing on you so much? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I totally get it. It's confusing. Why do you think it's confusing? Like, what is it you haven't figured out yet about that situation, about this situation? Like, what? Yeah. So how you doing? Yeah. Well, I just want you to know that I'm here for you, and we're gonna spend some time together and get through to the other side of this thing that you're experiencing. It's relationship struggle. Yeah. We've all been through it. Like, I mean, seriously. I'll put my hand up and say I've been through it, okay? Like, sometimes you just need a bit of time for you to really have someone just listen to you but then bring your energy back up again, because yeah, like that's what I'm here for. I'm here to listen, and maybe once we've gotten there, we can do a bit of dancing. Dancing is what to do. Dancing's what I think of you. Dancing's what clears my soul. Dancing's what makes me whole. So anyways, yeah, I know that relationships in general can be really confusing, especially when we aren't clear about our own relationship with ourselves. So what I mean is that for me, oh gosh, it takes sometimes people will look at us and think, oh, so how come you got it all figured out? And mostly it's because we've spent time figuring out how to get to that balanced place. Like, it's so, how do I explain? Okay, let me just back up a little bit. I'm not trying to give you advice, first of all. I'm just trying to be here and listen to you. The person who has this on her face from trying to squeeze a blackhead is not trying to give you advice, okay? You can't take some of my advice. It's terrible. For example, when you have a blackhead on your face, don't squeeze it until it looks like this. Just leave it, okay? But the other thing is that obviously I'm in a bit of a different place than you are right now. You're feeling a bit, confused and like, what should I do in this situation? Like, this is really confusing. Like, who's responsible? All of that kind of stuff. And like, I'm kind of where I'm at in my life right now, I've been able to find some resolutions. So I'm trying to give you some ideas now from a place of, resolution, okay? But it's my own resolution, so just a for idea that you will get there yourself. You'll find out what works for you. I'm basically here just to hold space for you. Yeah. So, one of the things I would say is that, okay, there's two things coming up right now. One is that I don't know if you are being, and most people don't, I don't know if you are being 100% clear about how you feel in pertaining to this person. Because sometimes it comes out in ways that other people notice, but you're not claiming how you feel about them. And you may feel like 100 different things when it comes to this person, okay? So I'm not talking about, clearly you love them, right? Clearly you do. But what I'm talking about is the parts in you, and when you get even deeper, you see that it's not even actually about your feelings about them, it's more about your feelings about you. But let's just take it step by step. So what I mean is, you might be having some resentment toward them, right? And in your mind, you're maybe telling yourself that, that resentment that you're holding with them isn't necessarily warranted because of this, and this. And technically, that's not true. Like, you may have a resentment there because there's something you can do about it. There's something you can communicate. There's something that you can both work toward where your situation can be better for both of you. And so what's happened maybe is that you haven't been clear about that resentment with them, with yourself. And so it's coming out in other ways, because it always comes out, okay? Always comes out. And if you haven't gotten clear about it in your mind and how you feel about it and what's the solution or not, it's going to come out in your daily life so that you can find the solution. And so that is what I think is happening for you guys right now, is that you're trying to find the solution, but it's coming out in like arguments and like harshness and just kind of in the wrong kind of ways. Not wrong, sorry. There's no wrong here. When I say wrong, what I mean is it feels bad for you because you're like, this isn't it. This fighting stuff isn't what it's really about. It's something else. And so let's go like to the next level, because this is what I've experienced it is. And this is for you to feel into whether it's right or not. But essentially, when you figure out why you're resentful, and you're no longer acting out that resentment in ways that's kind of trying to hide it, because you're not really allowing yourself to claim that you're resentful because of the reasons you are, because you're saying for some reason they're not valid. The resentment is valid, especially when it's trying to bring you guys closer together. Like, resentment isn't trying to push the other person away. Resentment is trying to say, actually, there's something that we're doing or you're doing that we're doing that could be better. And resentment is arising to try and get me to talk about that thing, to try and get us to almost like create that better version of things where there's less resentment. So you have the power to do that. But the thing is that, even a step down deeper, you might look at the fact that maybe you're also like, say the resentment is coming out of you guys not actually like finding ways to understand each other. one of the things that I would say about that is there's always going to be some kind of quality time that you can spend together that allows you to know each other on a deeper level in a way that you get to know yourself better and they get to know you better. And that, I would say, is the antidote to like all flipping resentment in relationships. When it comes to resentment in relationships, there's all different reasons. But one of the main ones is that someone or both parties don't feel like they're being heard or expressed. They're not expressing who they really are, like a deep part of them that needs to be expressed. And oftentimes, that is just something deep down inside that you have to find for yourself, or it can be out in the world that you've got to go do something, but usually it's something inside of you that just wants to like be heard. That's where a lot of resentment comes from in relationships, is when you're not finding the time to like hear each other and go through a process where you can go a bit deeper than like surface level things. So what I would say is that if you can go through some kind of internal mechanism together, that could really help you guys. There is other things you could do if hypnotherapy and meditation and things like that, if that's not really your vibe, for that, if you're not feeling that that's what's going to help your relationship, is going through that together, there may be something else. Maybe it's, I have a feel like I want to say that taking action together, like going snowboarding or going dancing together, could also just be the thing that you need. Sometimes we need to speak to each other about things that we don't speak to anyone else about. And sometimes we need to take action together and kind of have this unspoken feeling between you both that is, I guess you could say, content and feels like you're manifesting something really good together. And that doesn't require words. It just requires being in each other's space. And that takes time. So if you're having, some relationship struggles right now, like I know you are, just know that sometimes it gets really bad before it gets better. And sometimes, it just doesn't get figured out and you guys move on. Or sometimes it gets figured out and you guys stay together. I'm not a relationship guru. I don't know all of the secrets of relationships. I just know that in 4 years of marriage, I've got it all figured out. No, I'm kidding. I definitely don't. That's all I've got to go on is my own marriage. And we've spent like a lot of time together because we both work from home, more or less. So I know what tensions arise when you're not together and when you are together. It's this funny balance, but you'll find it. You'll find what you need on the other side. So I'm here to listen to you. You tell me what's going on. Yeah. Now I hear a lot of you that needs to be expressed. You're repressing maybe your voice a little bit, or your story that wants to come out from inside of you deep down. Yeah. So all I'll say is that grass isn't necessarily greener on the other side. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. But that's because you make the grass greener wherever you go. You know? Okay, I'm gonna bring some light language through, okay? Just help you lighten your energies. Help you to focus on something other than what's going on directly for you in this moment. Just help you come out of it a little bit, just so you can re-zone in again afterward. Okay. Yamo yashelo tomana, yamaya yonama, oyeranama yomashe, tell me if you want. What's been going on? Okay. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Mm. Mm. Oh. Mm. 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 Yeah. Oh. Mm. Yeah. Well, I would say that most of that is for you. I've been through it too. And I know that nobody can tell me anything. I have to find it from deep within me. And sometimes we need to feel like somebody's listening, and other times we need to be the one listening while someone else is listening. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I'm just always here for you. Doesn't matter whether you believe or not. I mean, it does matter, actually. You should believe that I'm here for you. You should. But it's okay if you don't. So, just a friend. That's it. So,